How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is a map tour for a new-ish mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called The Little Campaign. And I'm going to start with the description from Mod Hub, and it reads, I offer you this little card with great creative freedom. I tried to create a small map where the village dominates the map. On this map, I offer you 39 fields, 1 sheep pasture, 1 cow pasture, 4 placeable areas, 13 purchasable areas, 3 points of sale. I invite you to freely create your farms in the areas provided for this purpose. I hope you enjoy playing this map. Now, there has been a changelog associated to this map, starting out with changelog 1.0.0.1, and it reads, Shader removed. Modification of the terrain to allow access to the expansion area. Map boundaries changed. There are no mods required for this map. This map was created by FRANCHOU and is 185.84 megabytes to download. If we take a look at the map, whoops, this is what it looks like. The main playable area is right here, but you are able to get out into the periphery and buy up a lot of this grassland out here. Now, if we, let's see, take a look at the smaller area here. We start out here, down at the, we'll say the southern portion of the main playable area. We start out by owning farmlands number 1, 19, 23, 25, and 43. 1 is the periphery of the map, or the periphery of the playable area. As you can see here, it's pretty much all encompassing on the outer edges, as well as all the sale points and shop triggers and all that stuff. 19 is a field with no product, 23 is a field with no product, 25 is a field with no product, and 43 is your main starting farm. You can purchase all areas on the map. No animals to start out with. Contracts are available on this map. No production chains as well, and no collectibles. If we take a look at mods specific to this map, starting on the buy menu, nothing for the buy menu, but under the build mode. If we take a look under the buildings, nothing out in this whole tab here, nothing for productions, but under animals. If we go down, there's nothing for cows, nothing for horses, nothing for pigs. But if we look at sheep, you'll see there is a sheep pasture that is specific to this map. There's nothing left for chickens, bees, or others. There is nothing under all of decorations, but under landscaping and painting, we do get a couple of additional painting swatches here. Nothing for trees or plants. Now, because we do start here at the starting farm, let's take a look at our starting equipment. Under the buy menu, scrolling down to own items and small tractors, we have a Zador Forterra HSX 120 and a Steyr 8150. Harvesters, we have the Rosselmash Nova 330. Cars, we have the John Deere XUV 865M. Trailers, the Welger DK 115. Header for the Rosselmash. For corn headers, we have the Ziegler Corn Champion 5R. Plows, the Pottinger Servo 25. Cultivators, the Raby EG 3/9. Power harrows, the Amazon KG 3001 Super. Seeders, the Amazon Kateya 3000 Super. Mowers, the K-Brand GMD 4411. Windrowers, Pottinger Top 342. Balers, the Massey Ferguson 1840. Under front loaders, the Quickie Q4M. Front loader tools with the Alba round bale fork. Actually, that doesn't make a lot of sense considering we have a small square baler. Anyways, low loaders, we have the Vermeer Transport Wagon TP500S. Header trailers, the Nardi N40B. And weights, we have the Agco 1100 and 650. That is everything there. So let's take a look around the starting farm. Not much to show here. It is a very small farm. Wardrobe trigger right here. Sleep trigger right here. Come around this side over here. And that's it. That is everything here on the starting farm. It is a very, very small starting farm. We're going to go ahead and, open this gate up. We're going to come back here and take a look at the map. So again, we start right down here and we moved just behind the property here. If we take a look at farmland number 41, and that's something I just realized, I didn't show off all the various prices for properties. Very, very cheap. Very, very cheap. $4,000 for that plot, $11,000, $10,000, 13,000, 7,000, 9,000, so on, and so forth. Very inexpensive for land because everything is extremely small. Extremely small. But coming back to farmland number 41, if we purchase this for $4,386, you'll see we have now a cow pasture. We go over here. We have room for 50 cows. We have the water here, and the feed goes here. Now let's go back to the farm here. We're going to grab our XUV, our John Deere Gator. Actually, first we're going to open the gate because that'll just make it easier. Did it open? There it is. And then let's head around town. So heading out the door, come through here, and around here we have the animal dealer. You can you can come to this location and click on this icon here when you have a pen and pasture already in place, or you can use the same icon at your pen and pastures in order to purchase your animals directly. If you purchase your animals directly from these locations, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. Adult cows can be up to $100 per adult cow. So that adds up pretty quickly. You can save that money by bringing an animal trailer to this location, loading directly into the animal trailer, and then taking the animals to your pen and pastures directly. That way you deliver them, not the animal dealer, and you save that fee. So now going back out here. We followed this road going north. And then right through the trees there, you can start to see our next point of interest. The entrance is right here, covered up by a little bit of grass work right there. We have the sawmill. Stop here. $100,000 to purchase this. We have our wood chips output here. We have our wood input here, the wood cell trigger, and our production output right there. So now heading back out. Continuing down the road. We're going to get to this intersection here, and then we're going to stop. We'll come around over here, and right back here, we'll stop. We'll take a look at the map. So we were here at the cow barn. We grabbed our XUV, our Gator, came out, went to the animal dealer, up and around to the sawmill here, and now we stopped the Gator here and walked back here. Farmland number 40 for $4,962. Purchased that, and now we have a sheep pasture. We have room for 150 sheep, feed here, water back here, and where is... where is the wool spawn point? I don't see a little hash mark for the wool. That's something that just dawned. Oh, wait. Nope. Back here. Back in the back corner. Right over there. So now let's go back to the Gator, the XUV. Now coming up here, right there is the gas station. Up there is, oh, let me get back to my place. There we go, the grocery store sell point. Follow this around. In the back right there, that is the supermarket sell point. Coming up here, we make a left. And now off to my left, right there, is the bale sale sell point. Go to the right, follow this down and around. Right here, make a left. This is the shop area. We have our shop trigger right here. Whoops. And tucked away in here, we have our repair trigger right there. And now we turn around and head out to our last set of interests, making a left. Turning down this little 2-track right here. And now we pull in here. We have our lime station here, debris crusher here, and then back here, when we first pull in, this is the center cooperative sell point. And that's it. That is everything. Now it's time to render my opinion, let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. Starting off with this. This is a kind of a big, That's kind of a breaking in the laws of physics. I mean, I'm able to walk under. Got a pretty big gap here for the tree. I mean, there's quite a bit going on. Quite a bit going on here. A couple of little imperfections here and there. This should be an easy fix. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Now, possibly, here, let's see something real fast. This might be something that can actually be fixed by the user by using the level, because you do technically own this land, but unfortunately it doesn't look like any of this is leveling out. You can see the little chunk right there kind of leveled out, but not to any great degree. But back here, nothing. Looks like it's because you don't technically own the land. But you get too close here, it's not leveling out. It's just, yeah, not something that you're going to be able to fix unless you take out some of these sell points, potentially. But yeah, that's kind of a big disappointment, kind of a big deal right there. You can see just how far off that gap is. But outside of that, and the other small little issues here and there, it's a lovely map. It's very kind of serene. And then you get like this whole outer periphery area when you come out here. All this can be purchased. This is a ton of grassland. The only problem I can kind of see with this map is there isn't a lot, or there isn't a BGA, or isn't really any means of processing all this grass. And you get tons of land. Look at this. This is absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. Now, these outer periphery areas, they are a bit expensive, but it's really in comparison to what you have to buy in the interior of the village. So it's just one of those where you're gonna have to really slowly and surely kind of build up. But now you can see we're out here on this kind of outer edge, and there's no grass to be had out here. So again, it just seems like there's these little weird kind of inconsistencies, these little weird anomalies that happen when you kind of go around and you kind of dive in to this map in a kind of deeper view. So it's kind of odd. Now the color palette is something else I'm not a huge fan of. the reds, pinks, blues, purples. You know, it's very cartoon-like, very, very much just doesn't feel real, because you look around and it's just nothing but reds and pinks and blues, like just all over the place. If these were toned down a little bit, or maybe more whites and yellows and less reds and pinks, maybe then it would be a little bit okay, but still seems a bit over the top, a little bit kind of, like I said, cartoonish. The interior of the town itself is actually very nice. It's very well laid out, and you've got a lot of options. And because everything's kind of relative to the sizes that you're dealing with, because this is going to be a very small equipment oriented map, you're not going to be able to get a lot bigger than small. Maybe some medium sized equipment, but that's going to even be a struggle in its own right. But yeah, it's just one of those that the layout of the playable area, I shouldn't say the playable area, the town area, is actually very nice. It's very kind of circular, so it makes it seem a little bit longer than what it actually is, and kind of the distance that you're actually going through. Yeah, it's got some ups, it's got some downs, and it's got some imperfections, like the grass right here. That's kind of an issue right there. Like I said, when everything's all said and done, what do I think about this map? 0 to 5 rating? I'd probably give it a 3. If the issues were kind of fixed, again, some more grass right there and through the concrete. If these issues were fixed, maybe a 3.5 to 4, somewhere in that ballpark is what I'd feel comfortable with saying for this map. Because again, it is a lovely map. You do have a lot of very nice, kind of serene areas to look at, but it's just one of those that it's kind of brought down and weighed down by some of the sum of all of its failures. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. And then you kind of get out to this area out here, which seems like for the most part isn't really going to be something that a lot of people are going to have to necessarily do, with the exception of maybe a contract right here, but that's really about it. But you get out here, and this is actually very lovely out here. You got the kind of waterside view out here. You got this little kind of docking area, which again just is very nice. You got this kind of lake looking, maybe yeah, maybe like a lake would probably be the best way to describe it, but it's lovely. It's very, very nice. So yeah, I think if there were no flaws, about a 4, maybe a 3.5. We'll tone it down a bit. 3.5 is what I'll give it. If none of the issues were here, I'll give it a 3 in its current state. But that's how I feel about it. I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. That shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.